What's going on, everybody? Super Sandrew here, and in today's video I will be going over Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Now, I really did enjoy this game and all. I actually liked it. I like Far Cry Primal, and it felt a lot like Far Cry Primal, and yeah, and I also like Avatar, so there's a lot of Avatar and Far Cry Primal. I enjoyed it. So, in this video, I will be going over 3 things I liked and 3 things I did not like about this game. So, let's just get into it. So, first thing I did like is the story. The story was awesome. I liked the story. It was in all pretty good. I liked it. First off, there are spoilers. Spoiler alert. Yes, spoiler alert. I almost forgot, but I didn't. Therefore. Alright, so the first part is pretty slow. First part of the story is slow. I'm not gonna lie, it is slow. You're just gotten out of the class or the sleep thing you were in, and you come out and you find one person. He introduces you, tells you to go meet a clan, and that clan starts helping you get in touch with your long lost clan that was like pretty much wiped out. No one's seen them in years, and you're the first one they've seen in quite a while. So they're wary of you first, but you do some things and then you help them out, and then after that you pretty much go and you learn about your old clan, learn how to fly an iCar, learn about the world, all that shit. You're not really fighting RDA just at that time. You're learning, they're there and you're taking out their outposts, and then towards the end of that part is when it starts kicking off. Like, they're like, hey, this is a serious issue, we're going to war. And so, yeah, that was pretty cool. But the second part was when it started really kicking off for me. Like, I really liked that one. Like, I really liked the second part of the game, because that shit, you go in there and it turns out you find like a stuffed viper wolf and a bunch of stuffed animals from, not actual, stuffed animals, but, I forget what they're called, but, they're stuffed and they were alive. But it's like stuffed viper wolves is the one I remember. But so they see those and they're like, oh shit, we can't have that. One person starts crying because she has a attachment to all the animals, and so yeah, then they're like, all right, this is war, and so you guys start going to war with the RDA, learning what they're doing, trying to stop them. Turns out they're doing something terrible. I'm not gonna spoil that part, but they're doing something pretty bad, and then you have to stop it. And yeah, it has a pretty satisfying ending. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but yeah. So, it has a pretty satisfying ending. Yeah, and all, I like the story. I did think the story was good. So, the second thing I did like was the graphics. Holy shit, these graphics are amazing. Everything is detailed, and I'm talking everything. Like, you go stare at a tree up close thinking that shit's gonna look bad, you're funny, you're goofy. You can, at least when I did it to a few trees, it looked still pretty good. So, I think they did really well detailing that world. It really made me feel like I was in Pandora. That shit was awesome. I loved it. A lot of animals, a lot of bugs, little critters running around. Yeah, there's just a lot of life. The sound effects too for the world, jeez, they just, at nighttime, the world looks great. Like, that's my favorite time. I'm not gonna lie, the lighting at night was awesome. It did the thing when they walk, the lights, the ground lighted up for them, or lit up for them, as at their feet, But so yeah, that I enjoyed the graphics, sound effects. Really made you feel like you're out in the woods or out somewhere. There's a lot of animals doing their sounds, a lot of sound effects. Awesome. But yeah, there's that's the second one. Third one is combat. Combat's awesome. Not awesome, but it's fun. I liked it. It felt a lot like a Far Cry kind of combat system, like just run and gun, or sneak around if you want. I was a run and gunner. I love run and gunning. I was mainly using the short bow once I got that, and the long bow. That was a good one. And then I also used the machine gun you got. So yeah, I use those, and the slingshot grenade thing, the sling grenade launcher. I don't know what to call it. That thing was fun to blow some shit up with. Lots of explosions with that. That was fun to watch. Their graphics too, combined with the combat, it's very satisfying. Very, very satisfying. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the combat. The third thing, or we're gonna get into dislikes. That was the third thing I liked. The first thing I did not like is the Ubisoft touch, and I'm talking side missions, repetitive a little. I don't know how many times people asked me to cook them food because my ancestors did or something, but I ain't my ancestors. I ain't gonna cook you food. Stop asking. It's annoying. I don't want to take an hour searching for something I can't find until I finally give up and look up a YouTube video to find it, because the description they give me doesn't work. Because when you go to the hunter material section where you can find all the stuff you can collect, there's a it tells you like where to find the rarest, the best of the best, you know. And you go there, and at least I went there, and I kept picking and picking, and I kept getting fine until I found this tiny, tiny little spot. Sometimes by myself, most of the times with YouTube videos. But this tiny little spot with the best of the best. But it told me it's somewhere in the east. Somewhere in the east. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Just tell me where the fuck it is. I'm tired of it. Especially when they repetitively tell you to go cook them food. I understand you're trying to give me recipes to heal, but fuck. Like, 2 is enough. Give me the rest for free. But, yeah. Other than that, those are the only repetitive side missions I got, really. Other side missions I dealt with were pretty cool. Like, one of them was... What was it? Oh, someone was lost, and so I had to go find them or some shit. And then the one I did recently was there was I think it was called a storm glider that was going rampaging, killing everything it saw, no matter what. And I had to go kill it because it was killing everything, causing harm, causing, you know, clans to move and shit. So that was pretty cool. Not all side missions are repetitive, but at the beginning, at least, they were constantly asking me to make them food, and I was getting annoyed. But, yeah. Second thing I didn't like was there was some cringe dialogue. Side missions, mainly. Like, there's one that cracked me up, and it was like, let me tell you a story. And then he'd tell me a story about... It wasn't even really a story, actually. It was just him saying something about, we got lost in the woods. And then, can you go find them? And it's like, dude, that's not a story. That's asking for help. No. So, I don't know what kind of stories he was told, but I've never heard a story where they ask you for help at the end. So, yeah, there was that. And then there's one, my favorite one was in the story, actually. Like, the main story. And, it was at the beginning, too. He goes, he tells you to go get some fruit, and then when you hand it to him, he's like, this is how we heal. Nom, 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 nom. And I started laughing. That shit was funny. Another one was they're arguing or something. I can't remember what it was. There's first clan you meet. One of the head girl, the queen lady or something, that helps you get in touch with Iwa. She's there and she's like talking to someone. And she like screeches her name. She's like wah or some shit like that. But that one was kind of cringe. But yeah, it was more laughable cringe though. Nothing to really ruin the story. Just give it a good laugh, get a good chuckle. So yeah, that was that. The third thing I didn't like was the choices, the amount of choices. There was none, absolutely none, except for one that I don't even think mattered, because I did a side mission where you buried, I don't know if it was a side mission, but it was a mission, or quest, sorry. But I did the quest, and it was, bury Alma's avatar. And I was like, okay, and so we buried it, and then it was like, move past from her lying to you or don't, and I chose not to. And I don't think it had an effect. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it did. I didn't see one. But, yeah, that was the only choice you got. The only one I got, at least. I don't know if there's more hidden away somewhere, but that's the only one I got. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. In all, I did enjoy the game. I do not think it is worth $70, though. That's a definite no-no. It's more of a game you gotta get on a sale, in my opinion. Yeah, the graphics are good. Probably took a lot of money for them to make it, but still, it's still not worth $70. Maybe 60, maybe 45. I'm thinking probably about 45. Nah, I think about 60, because there is still quite a bit. I got 44 hours in it, but yeah, it's more one of those games you pick up on a sale. It's a better idea. Don't get it full price. Unless you enjoy Avatar, then you'll really like this game. Like, you want to explore Pandora, man, go for it. Get that game. If you don't care how much it is, get it. But it is pretty fun. But I recommend waiting for a sale. That's just my recommendation, though. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, and you like this kind of content, like and subscribe for more. And yeah, if you have anything, agree with anything I said, disagree with anything I said, go ahead and comment. Let me know. I am willing to hear it. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you all later. Peace.